Hi everybody and welcome to this session. We are going to see how to use VMware Studio and VMware vCloud Director to easily build from scratch application. VMware Studio is going to help us to set up a whole VM and set up all the components of this VM, including the OS and the application. And we are going to use VMware Studio with VMware vCloud Director to build this VM. And when it's going to be done, this VM is going to be retrieved into VMware Studio and shared across different formats like OVF, OVA, and zip files. So what we are going to see here is divided in two different parts. The first part is the construction itself of this VM and the application component. And the second part is the deployment of this application in the cloud and the customization on the fly of the application. So here we are going to build a LAMP VM, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP VM, where we are going to set up a number of things, including setting to later customize the Apache server. So first thing first, we log into VMware Studio, and here we are going to create a profile. This profile, after giving it a name, we are going to choose a template. So here we go. Now we can customize the different settings of this VM. So starting with the product name and also the product versions, the web address of the application that we are going to create, a short description of this application, and then different other settings, including the end-user license agreement. By clicking Next, we go into the hardware setting panel, where we can choose how many virtual processors we are going to use, how much memory we are going to use, how many network adapters, if we are going to use a DVD or not, what is the size of the hard disk, how it is partitioned. By clicking Next, we go to the OS panel, where we've chosen the SUSE Linux Enterprise Server as the underlying OS, and we are going to use the DVD, which I have previously downloaded from the SUSE website. So here we set up the root name, the root password, and then we can set up the first boot script and the subsequent boot script we will use for the other boot. So here we are in the application panel, and we can set up the package repository. We can add a new one. Here the different packages needed for these VMs are pre-chosen. So all we need to do is clicking Next. So here we are going to set up the management interface by connecting to this VM through the HTTPS port 5480. We will have a panel of management which will give us the opportunity to, for example, manage the networking or manage the different settings of the application if we want to. So now by clicking Next, we choose the output file name we want and the different format. So the different formats are OVF, OVA, and zip files. After we choose the kind of networking we need, how the OVF properties are going to be sent to the guest OS. So here we've chosen the VMware tools, and here we can set up our own OVF properties. So to do so is very easy. You just click Add, you give a label to this OVS property, and you can choose if it is going to be user configurable or not. So previously I have created an OVS property named welcome message, which is going to be requested from the user during the deployment. When the user is going to type in a string of character, this string of character is going to be set into Apache server to show it as a welcome message. So here we choose a building environment. There are many of them: vCenter, ESX, vCloud Director. We pick up vCloud Director, and all we need is to type in the web address, the organization we are part to, the login and password. From here, we just have to select the catalog and then the organization, virtual data center, and the network we are going to use. And from here, we just click on Save and Build. After the summary screen, we click on Build, and here we go. Everything is automated now. So right now, what VMware Studio is doing is to pre-build a VM. So internally into VMware Studio, there is a number of steps which is automatically done, and this pre-built VM is going to be sent to vCloud Director. And it's going to be into vCloud Director that the VM is going to be run, and all the operating system component and all the application component are going to be installed in this temporary VM. So to see how that works, we are going to log in into vCloud Director. We are going to the same web address we typed in before. And here in my organization, I can see that VMware Studio has created a VM template. And if I go into my cloud, I can see that VMware Studio has been has deployed a VM. And this VM is running, so if I look into the console, if I look at what's happening behind the scene, then I can see that all the installation of the OS is taking place. So there is a certain number of steps here, so we've fast forward the video to go through all of that. Okay, so a number of things has happened here. All the operating system has been installed, the packaging installed, the VM has rebooted several times. So it's done. Everything has been done without any error. So now vCloud Director is sending back to VMware Studio the VM. And VMware Studio is creating the OVF package in the different formats. So OVF 0.9, OVF 1.0, OVA package, and the zip files. And here we go. It's done. So again, we've set up the VM at the beginning, and then all of the other steps were automated. So we could have done a lot of different things than looking at it. It's very quick, it's very fast, it saves a lot of times, and you can repeat it as many times as you want, and you can use it to deploy your VMs in a new way. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now we are going to see in the second part how you can use this ready-to-use VM and see what happens when you deploy it and customize on the fly the Apache server. I hope you have a good time, and I'll see you later.